This cat right here. Noah Baxter. Tonight really actually kind of marks the end of an era, and I'm going to let Linda Hefferman here talk about that, but I'm going to talk a little bit about my personal experience with Noah. I've been with School of Rock for about 6 years now, so I met Noah when he was about this big, and he was just this kid that would run, oh there you go, yeah. He would run around the school with an acoustic guitar singing the Dio song from A Pick of Destiny at the top of his lungs at all time, and he looked just like the kid that played the mini Jack Black. And he had more energy than any 20 kids that's ever gone here put together. And it's been really amazing to watch his development. I mean, he's been really good as long as I've known him, but he's become a multi-instrumentalist of absolutely the top level, killing it on Rick Wakeman's keyboard parts on Yes. And he was just kind of like, hey, I think I'm gonna play keyboards in this show, and like could play piano and then could play Rick Wakeman by the end of the season, which is insane. And also, as a drummer, I'll go on the record and say it, I think he's the most creative metal drummer I've ever seen in his band MRSA. I hang on every fill, I hang on every beat. He's friggin' amazing. And I'm gonna turn it over to Linda Hefferman here, and she's gonna expand on the story a little bit.
This is Noah, by the way. This is his debut with School of Rock. He is in this shirt right here, and this is a black and white photo, but he has red pants on, and that will become really important in a minute. So I just have a couple of words to say about Noah. You guys planned an extra hour for the show, right? So, I don't usually prepare a speech to say goodbye to a kid, but this is a really important one because Noah is the last of the first. And what that means is he was in the very first group of kids that started School of Rock when nobody knew what School of Rock was, and including the instructors who started it. They were like, oh my God, what have we got ourselves into? But that's where we started out, and that's where I first met Noah, and it's been an amazing journey. So I couldn't get this one wrong, so I had to give myself a little bit of time to prepare. So I'm going to tell you a story about Noah from my perspective, and a few other people's actually. So once upon a time in Portland, Oregon, July 2006, so quite a long time ago, a handful of parents took a chance on a new summer camp in town called School of Rock. That first week blew us all away, had us in tears, and started us down a path of music, rock and roll adventure, the deepest friendships we'd ever experienced, and watching our kids transform into incredible, confident human beings by playing rock music on stage, guided by these authentic rock musicians. Noah Baxter is the very last student to graduate from that very first group of firstborns, as I've come to call them. He's given us 8 formidable years. I don't know how many shows. I started counting them, but I can't even count that high. I'm terrible at math. He was 3 years in National All-Star, not to mention the bands he's formed himself and his solo projects, which Guffey so eloquently spoke to. But in putting together this story, I really wanted to get the perspective of the people who first met him, so I asked those original 4 guys what they remember about Noah. So here's what they had to say. Cheo, the drum instructor, said, I remember him being super quiet and shy, kind of hard to imagine now. Yet as the years passed, that boy got better and better, then started playing other instruments and singing. His progress is what I remember. Joe, the bass instructor, said, I remember the red sweatpants he wore every day of the first summer camp. Carl, who started the school and he has his own school in Lake Oswego. I remember him doing awesome beatbox and turntable sounds on Bulls on Parade. We'll get to that in a minute. If you're on Facebook today, you might have seen that video, actually. I posted it. Kelly, bass player, guitar, actually tours all around the world now, says, I remember in the first summer camp sitting in the corner coloring in a Spider-Man coloring book. And being the most fearless kid when it came to singing. He got into it. Also remember telling Carl, that little kid has the best groove of all the drummers here. So I'd like to paint a few more pictures of Noah in your head. So this was the first time I saw him. This was my inner dialogue when he was singing My Generation. Holy crap, who is that kid in the red pants? Oh my God, he can't be more than what, 8, 9? It's amazing. What guts, he is going for it, and great hair. At the time it was bleached blonde. Whoa, I want to see a lot more of him. The Beatles show, May 2007. Noah came out on stage wearing a Sgt. Pepper's military jacket and round John Lennon dark glasses, green hair at that time. Then he proceeded to sing I Am the Walrus, standing perfectly still with one hand in his pocket. By that time, his stage persona was the exact opposite of what he made, his debut had been when he was all over the stage. But there was no less riveting. Every eye was on him as he stood there and delivered that song in a way I have never in my life heard it sung. At the time he was, what, 10? Okay, Bulls on Parade. First time Noah performed that song was in the parking lot of Guitar Center in front of a small crowd of shoppers, School Rock families, and his parents. He broke into some crazy beatbox stuff none of us had ever seen or heard before. I looked over at his parents expecting to see recognition on their faces, but their faces clearly said, "Who are you and what have you done with our son?" Hair color at the time, neon pink. Check it out. I posted that video today. All Stars Tour 2010. Carl cast Noah to sing Just What I Needed by the Cars. Noah was always great at putting his own spin on a song. By the end of the tour, he transformed it into a metal song. Truly no joke. But so all of these stories that I have are about Noah as a front person, and I'm going to let Dave talk about him as a drummer. So this is really from my heart what I have to say about Noah. I couldn't be prouder of Noah. He is one of those performers, as you guys have seen today, that commands the attention when he's on the stage. Not because he's jumping all over the stage demanding it. It's more like there's this deep place inside him, this music place that he's drawing from that is, I'm just really glad that it's there because we just never know what he's going to pull out of it. So I can't wait to see what he's going to continue to pull out of it as he goes into his life. It's been an incredible journey, and his transformation along the way is one that I am especially proud of. I love this kid with all my heart, and I can't wait to see what his future looks like, both as a musician and the great human being he is and is becoming.
Just want to say a quick little thing. I've been teaching Noah drums for over 4 years, and Noah, it's been an honor working with you and you challenging me as an instructor. And I just want to say that I think you're one of the most brilliant, resilient, gifted musicians that I've met, not just at School of Rock, but in my life. So, you rule. I look forward to seeing what you do. And I look forward to seeing you play History of Bad Men, because it's like really awesome.